Today we're talking Alabama running back Jahmyr Gibbs. We're going to dive into his background and college career, discuss the positives and negatives in his prospect profile, and take a look at his dynasty outlook and if and where you should target him in your rookie drafts. Jahmyr Gibbs is a running back out of Alabama. He's a junior. He's going to be 21 years old at the time of the NFL draft. He's listed at 5'11", 200 pounds. Jahmyr Gibbs was a multi-sport athlete at Dalton High School in Georgia. While he played basketball for the school, it was the gridiron where he really shined. No surprise, right? As a senior, Gibbs dominated with over 2,500 rushing yards and 40 touchdowns on 233 carries. And he was a four-star recruit in the 2020 class and was ranked as the number 4 running back in the nation. He received offers from USC, Ole Miss, Alabama, Florida, Florida State, Ohio State, Michigan, North Carolina, Texas, LSU. Do you want me to keep going? Because I can. He chose to attend Georgia Tech, where he rushed 89 times for 460 yards and 4 touchdowns as a true freshman. He made a name for himself as a receiver, though, catching 24 passes for 303 yards and 3 scores. In 12 games as a sophomore, Gibbs took 143 carries for 746 yards and 4 touchdowns, with another 465 yards and 2 touchdowns on 35 receptions in the receiving game. Gibbs was named second-team All-American and first-team All-ACC. Gibbs entered the transfer portal after the 2021 season and joined the Alabama Crimson Tide for his junior campaign. He immediately earned the starting gig and took his 151 carries for 926 yards and 7 touchdowns. Gibbs continued to be a dynamic weapon in the passing game, hauling in 44 balls for 444 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. But let's talk about the positives, the things that we like in Jahmyr Gibbs' profile. The first is receiving skills. He's got natural hands. He can run a variety of routes. In 3 seasons, he had 103 receptions for over 1,200 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns. He accounted for a 15.7% reception share in 2022. He's got great vision as a runner, speed, explosiveness. He's elusive in the open field, and he is a weapon in the return game. He took 44 career kick returns for over 1,000 career return yards and 1 touchdown. On the negative side, he's undersized. He's listed at 200 pounds. The hope is that he can get to 205. Sub 200 would be concerning. He's not great in pass protection, but most of these guys coming out of college aren't that good in pass protection yet, so I'm not terribly concerned. It will be important for him to develop in this area, though, considering his game is going to be centered around the passing game. He's sometimes indecisive when running between the tackles, and he accounted for a 15.9% touchdown share. I'm not that concerned about this one with Gibbs, considering all of the other green flags in his profile. But I list it here because it is part of my process on the analytical side of things, and he falls well short of what I look for. I like to see this number at least 30%. For archetype, I'm considering Jahmyr Gibbs a satellite plus, meaning he's not just a satellite back, these 195-pounders that are just catching passes in the receiving game, like a J.D. McKissick, for example. He's more than that, but he's not quite big enough to be considered your true all-purpose running back. For NFL comp, I went with Reggie Bush. I really, really like this comp. I saw it. Somebody on Twitter tweeted it out a few months ago, I think. I cannot remember who it was. I apologize. But the green light was like, yes, I see it. This is who this guy is. It's Reggie Bush. And for draft projection, I went with early second round. I expect him to come off the board sometime between pick 32 and probably 50. The bottom line is Jahmyr Gibbs may be the most dynamic receiving back that we've seen enter the NFL draft since Christian McCaffrey. Not only does he have the natural hands and receiving production to back it up, but he can run just about any route, either out of the backfield or one-on-one with a cornerback on the outside. With over 100 receptions in 3 seasons at the college level, Gibbs is sure to make an immediate impact in the passing game in the NFL. He will bring some juice as a runner as well, with excellent speed, explosion, and vision, and the elusiveness to make anyone miss in the open field. Gibbs will be a true do-it-all weapon whose incredible versatility will make for a consistent mismatch for defenses to always worry about when they're facing whichever team drafts him. His size will prevent him from taking a full workhorse role, but it really won't matter as long as he's getting 12 to 15 touches per game. Gibbs will likely hear his name called early in the second round with a chance to slide into the back of the first if a team really falls in love with him. In Dynasty, lock him in as the RB2 in the class.